Hello everybody and welcome to this pick a card tarot reading with me. Today we're going to channel some messages and see what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that spirit is calling you to release. We have 3 piles to choose from today. This is pile number 1 with the Light Seers Tarot and this Bloodstone Tower. Over here for pile number 2, we have the Superlunaris Tarot. Apologies if I don't get that right. And your crystal is going to be this clear quartz tower. And then over here, we have the Shadowscape Companion Tarot and then an Amethyst Tower here. So when you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath. Pick the pile that you are most drawn to, and we'll see what it is that you guys need to release in order to make room for something needed. Remember, this is a general reading. It's going to resonate with whoever it's meant to resonate for, so trust your intuition. These tarot readings are not here to dictate your life. They will only tell you what you know to be true. Go ahead, take a deep breath, and I will see you at your pile. Thank you. Hello to those of you that chose pile number 1 with the Light Seers Tarot and this Bloodstone Crystal Tower. We're going to go ahead and some cards for you. I've already pulled a couple of oracle cards. We're going to shuffle the deck and get some messages that you guys need to hear. We want to know, what does pile number 1 need to release? What are you holding on to that is either causing you despair, causing you struggles? We want to know what we can release in order to make room for something new, something that we're meant to have. 9 of Swords, first card popping up. Yep. 9 of Swords upright. Maybe some of you have been feeling very anxious lately. We also have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Spirit, what does pile 1 need to release? The 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, I just want to say I love the artwork of this deck. All right, and so these 3 cards here are going to represent what it is that you need to let go of. Next, we'll go ahead and ask, how is this, like, by you holding on to this, how is it affecting your energy, okay? You guys might not be able to see the answers clearly. Your intuition. Oh, okay. I wanted to pull 3 cards. These 4 came out. All right. And then let's go ahead and pull some advice. What's to come? And why does Spirit want you to release? This one kind of popped out like that. Powerful in reverse. Actually, we'll start here. I mentioned this already, but there's anxiety that you guys have been carrying. The 9 of Swords can represent nightmares. It can represent kind of like thinking the worst, believing in the worst, also intense anxiety, fear, despair over something. However, if you look at this image, the swords are represented by these birds here, and they're flying over her head. They're hovering there, but they're not necessarily entrapping her or enclosing her. She's also surrounded by a pretty open field here. So it's almost like with this 9 of Swords, I feel like you have a lot of self-imposed fear, a lot of self-imposed limitations. Or there are just things like these crows can also represent stuff that you're choosing, like you're allowing to stay over you as opposed to letting it go. But in the midst of all this, over here we see this white bird, like a a reminiscent of the whiteboard. It's like there but not there because it looks kind of transparent. However, so I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying like there is a way out of these feelings that you've been having. There's a way to release these negative thoughts. And we'll go ahead and clarify with the rest of these cards. The Ace of Cups in reverse. For one, I'm getting so many different messages. You may be feeling stuck. You may be feeling there's nothing new that's coming to your life. If we're thinking of the suit of the card, which is cups, that represents our emotion. So you could be feeling a lack of love either from others, but also from within yourself, I'd say. Lack of love, lack of appreciation, lack of motivation, especially with this Four of Cups here, another card with the suit of the cups. Again, with our emotions, when it's upright, it represents boredom. You can see here, this girl is looking in this direction with the empty or plain bowls. And then on this bowl, on her left side, there's so much color, so much creativity, and it's being offered to her. It could almost be like these negative feelings or this negative mindset that you have is, for one, blocking any new invitations of love, any new feelings of love. It's also stopping you from appreciating or seeing what is being offered to you. We'll go ahead and keep on reading to see what's being offered here. These four cards down here are representing how this energy is affecting you and what it is that you want to come. With the Knight of Cups here, I could see that maybe you guys are feeling empty in regards to your romantic life, your relationships. Perhaps you're craving something and you're just not getting it. And that feeling of lack can really make us feel we're not worthy, like there's something wrong with us. But believing in these negative stories that you tell yourself about either, you're not good enough or you'll never find happiness, those kind of thoughts can really dictate your life, only because what we believe. I believe that whatever we think or whatever we believe to be true will come true. Our life is just a reflection of what we believe, and I know that may be hard for some people to hear, but this is a loving reminder from Spirit that you can choose how to feel. You can choose to change the narrative of your story. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is saying, like, you can see here, this person is in despair, but there's a key here that opens this door. And if you're with these, like, this is similar to the image on this card here, where you're kind of looking down, you're not paying attention to anything else, you're just wallowing in what you lack. And this stops you from moving forward. Literally, they're both sitting down in these images. And with this key here, and this cup full of color over here on this side, on this card, it really shows that you can move past this, and there's so much more on the other side of these thoughts that you're having. With the moon here, this is someone who, the moon represents mystery. It represents not seeing things clearly. So again, I feel like it's really your thoughts that are limiting you. You can't see what you already do have. You can't see the wonderful qualities within you. You can't see the wonderful qualities outside of you in your life. And this is gonna really just kind of keep you stuck in that whirlpool of the same thoughts and the same feelings of lack of love and lack of confidence, even just feelings of lack. You need to release these feelings of lack. With the Magician showing up here in reverse and the Knight of Cups, like, for me, it could think, if you're looking at the Knight of Cups as someone who's a romantic figure, you could be wanting, right, a relationship. But with the Magician here in reverse, this energy, what you hold on to, this feeling of lack, this feeling of not good enough, really prevents you from experiencing things of love, creativity, joy, happiness. Really, I wish I could give you guys a hug, because I feel like you just seem so sad. You seem really kind of down in the dumps, and Spirit really wants you guys to just be aware that you can let go. Like, if you're thinking something like, oh, I hate myself, just let that thought go. Don't say I hate myself. Say things like I forgive myself. I care about myself. You know, try to quite literally say the opposite or think the opposite of those negative thoughts that you have. We'll go ahead and pull some advice from Spirit. Let's see, why is Spirit wanting to point out this thing here that you need to release? Why does pile number 1 need to release this? The Hermit in reverse. Yeah, you can't see things clearly. You can't see yourself clearly. Knight of Pentacles. Wow. 2 knights here. Makes me think, like, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, someone coming in to offer something while also giving something in return. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. Definitely a new start here. Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles both coming up in reverse. You really want to change. You're looking for a change in your life. But that change starts with you. That starts with, on the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. I can't make this up. Like, there's just so many messages here of you needing to, like, this literally will bring forward a new start that you're looking for. Whether that's a new start in love, a new start in, you know, your career life, a new start in your day-to-day life, your adventures, your creativity, you know. You're looking for a new fresh start, and that begins with releasing these feelings of lack and these negative thoughts, these negative stories that you've kind of just been listening to that are not true. There's so much abundance, and, like, you know, there's offerings here to make connections, new connections with yourself and new connections with others if you can learn to release these feelings of lack. Now we'll go ahead and take some oracle cards to kind of get some further advice. So first here you have lost in space, needing direction. Yes, I can see that. Like, you don't know where to go right now. You don't know what to do. Also, you have gathering around, the power of community. You guys could be feeling lonely right now. Sorry, let me go ahead and rearrange these. You guys could be feeling lonely at the moment. I mean, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then you have these 2 knights here as something you're desiring. You could be desiring connections, right? And you're worthy of that. You're worthy of meeting people, having relationships. However, with needing direction, you don't know how to accumulate those kind of things. So here, that's where this message of release is coming. In order to find the clarity and direction, which, you know, with the Hermit here, this card can represent introspection, just like understanding yourself, understanding what it is you need to do. The Hermit is all about finding the answers within. And with the Moon card here, you're lost. The Moon kind of goes well, I mean, she's in space, but this is the world right here. I thought it was the Moon. You're being called to not believe these negative thoughts. Let them go, and then a sense of direction will start to make way. You'll be able to put the key into the door. You'll be able to see the colors on the other side. You'll be able to attract people, attract new ideas. And also with the Magician, even though these cards are in reverse, the fact that they're here still means something, right? It means that you can still achieve those things. And with the Magician, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you can really cultivate and create and attract anything that it is you desire, as long as you let these things go. And by these things, I mean, you know, the negative thoughts, the negative beliefs. We'll go ahead and shuffle a couple more decks to gain some clarification and guidance. Spirit, what are some additional messages you have for pile number 1? Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Let's get another card for you. Oops. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So you could have self-doubt. You could judge yourself way too harshly. And oops, let me go ahead. A lot of earth colored tones popping up, right? The green. You could need, this could be a reminder that you might need to heal your heart space chakra, especially if you're like thinking really bad things or believing negative things about yourself. On the back of the deck, we have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And I love that. You know, this message here is about what do we need to release. And it looks like you definitely need to change the way you think about yourself. You need to change the negative thoughts that you have. And just set the intention to let them go. Judgment, you know, this stands true for yourself. You know, you have your own unique path and challenges, and that's okay. You do not need to compare yourself to somebody else's journey. You don't need to compare your place in life to someone else's. And doubt, release all doubt. This Knight of Swords definitely makes me think it's closely tied to this doubt card here. You gotta, you know, why? Sometimes it's like you think, why do I believe these things in myself, right? You might be surprised by realizing that there's no reason for you to put yourself down. If someone else made you feel less than worthy or anything like that, you know, that's on that person. That's not you. That's that person reflecting, if anything, maybe their own projection of themselves onto you. But there's a call here to really reevaluate, turn within, and actively change those negative thoughts and look for things that you believe to be true or that you want to be true, right? You are worthy. You are more than enough. You are capable of creating change and attracting stuff. There's so many things on the other side of your negative thinking. There's so many great things on the other side that Spirit just really wants you to let go this feeling of lack. And, you know, stop being mean to yourself. You're really being called here to be nicer to yourself. Everything you're looking for outside of you is actually already within you. And sometimes it just is a matter of us turning within, looking inside. And that can be hard. So things like journaling, things like talking to somebody about how you feel really help. As long as you can get those negative thoughts outside of you, maybe you deny, maybe you don't even think about how you put yourself down or how mean you are to yourself. So some final messages from Spirit. We'll go ahead and pull from this card deck here. Can we please get some final messages? Strength. So finding the courage and the strength within yourself to overcome these negative things. And then let's get another message, please, for pile number 1. What do you want pile number 1 to? Ooh. Manifest. Yes. Okay. This is beautiful coming. I mean, the fact that we also have the Magician here and all these aces, all these starts. Once you really start to change your path into, once you start to release the negativity and release the negative stories with your strength, you will begin to manifest everything that it is you're desiring. You might be thinking like, you know, why don't I have these things? Do I not have these things because I'm enough? And what you need to do is put a stop to this negative mindset and then watch how the things you want start coming in. So really, it's a call to deeply reflect, become aware of your negativity, and then really release those thoughts, release those beliefs, and you'll be surprised about what comes through. But pile number 1, that's what I'm seeing here for you today. I hope you start being nicer to yourself and start seeing how the power comes back to you and you're able to really bring forth into your life all of your desires. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. I'd like to thank your higher selves. My higher selves are spirit guides. Thank you for letting us channel these messages. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And again, take what resonates. I wish you guys all the best luck in the future. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Okay, hello to everyone who chose pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. I have these oracle cards here. I was asking Spirit for 2 of them. 3 of them came out, so I was like, okay, we'll keep that. But this is the deck that inspired this reading. You know, what it is that you need to be aware of. What do you need to let go of in order to make room for something that's in line with your soul? We'll kind of gain some answers there with what it is you need to let go of and what will you attract or be able to make room for after you let go of things. What have you been holding on to that causes you, just feeling anything less than great. What negativity are you holding on to? Dive right into it. So Spirit, please, what does pile number 2 need to release? What's something you would like them to release? Wow, Wheel of Fortune. It's in reverse. Let's see. What does pile number 2 need to release? Wow, 8 of Swords in reverse. And the 6 of Pentacles. I wonder if you guys are extreme givers. Like, you kind of just give a lot. On the back of the deck right now, we have the Strength card. Let's see. How is this energy affecting pile number 2? Why and what do we? Why do we want to release this? Judgment in reverse. How is this energy affecting pile number 2? And what do you want to make room for? Why does pile number 2 need to release this? Oh. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. This could be career related for some of you. You guys are really trying to manifest. Sorry, there's a little too many cards. Manifest your dream career or manifest abundance for yourself. You got this 9 of Cups. Yeah. Oh my God. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Wow. Some advice. You know, how is it affecting them? What can they make room for? What are they making room for? 3 of Cups, celebration. Back of the deck, you have the Empress. Okay, cool. For now, let's go ahead and see what we got. So these 3 cards at the top, the Wheel in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, and the 6 of Pentacles. You're working hard, you know, you're putting in what you're doing, you're making effort, but it's almost like your belief is not there, right? There's something you're trying to create for yourself. I know I mentioned career. Maybe you're trying to create abundance, create, you know, stability for yourself. This guy here, he's in a business suit, I believe, kind of like in a suit, and he's giving to others, being charitable, you know, putting in, understanding that what you give, you know, comes back to you. But with the Ace of Swords here and the Wheel of Fortune reverse, you could be thinking, you might have some, you just might not believe. No matter how hard you're trying, there's a part of you that's like, it's not going to work out. Or there's a part of you that says like, you can try all you want, but like, you won't see the success. Maybe you believe you're unlucky. Sometimes the wheel can represent luck, and with it coming up in reverse and the 8 of Swords here, it's interesting. The 8 of Swords is the card of anxiety. It's the card of like kind of like trapping ourselves. Whoops. It's the card of believing negativity but not realizing we have the power to step out of that. If your intentions or your belief is not like 100% aligned with your actions, there's that you kind of need the belief, the intentions, and the effort to all coincide or to all mingle together to create harmony in order to manifest the exact thing you're looking for. The Judgment in reverse. I like to think this card could be seen as the destiny card, right? Something that it represents the path we're meant to be experiencing, or the path we're meant to go down, the actions, the journey that's a part of our soul's purpose. In reverse, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I really sense here that you probably are looking to manifest all your dreams, all your desires, which is great. And with the 3 of Cups here, this is the card of celebration. It is in reverse. You want to celebrate life, and it's very interesting. I feel like you're working hard or you're making efforts, but again, there's just like, maybe you're doing something that's not in alignment with what you want to do. Like, you're doing something, the 6 of Pentacles here, you're doing what you believe is going to lead you to where you want to go, or you're doing something that you like maybe others have done, and you're like, okay, I got to follow this path because this is going to lead me to abundance. This is going to lead me to all my hearts and wishes and greatest desires. But again, with the Judgment card in reverse, the Wheel in reverse, you may have to release the notion that, oh, you know, this is the only path that I can take. And also release the negative belief you have, the doubt you have, the self-doubt you have about achieving your goals. So it's kind of like two things here. Release the idea of a perfect path, and release the idea of that you're not, you know, that you're unlucky or that it's not going to work out no matter how hard you try. Because you have that belief, you won't really do your best for something. You won't really try your hardest to achieve something if you have an underlying belief that it's not going to work out. Even if it's subconscious, right? That's why intentions are so important. And the Judgment card here. I don't want to say that what you're doing is not the right path, but be open to trying, you know, a new path if you need to, or just making sure that your actions and your desires are aligned with how you feel, right? Make sure your heart's in it. Make sure you're doing things for the right reasons. You're totally gonna manifest great abundance for yourself and lots of wealth for you, your loved ones. I see that you're probably someone that works hard for others, and maybe with this the Eight of Swords here in reverse, it could be like you kind of neglect yourself, right? I don't think you necessarily have, I don't know how, let me think of how to say this. It's not necessarily self-doubt. It's just, oh, this could probably, like, you know, I'll try, but it might not work out. Like that type of attitude. That's the type of vibe that I'm getting here. And then with the Six of Pentacles, also with the Ten of Pentacles here and this Three of Cups, there's these images of you doing things with others or for others. And again, that's why I'm kind of seeing this Eight of Swords. This person looks really lonely and in despair. You don't need to, make sure you're doing things for yourself, right? The Judgment card here. Make sure you're doing whatever resonates truly with your soul. And actually, if you do stuff that resonates with who you are, you're not gonna have any self-doubt. You are gonna be able to easily put in effort. You're gonna be able to put in effort. It might not always be easy, but you'll be able to keep up that constant effort and drive for what you want because it's in alignment with your soul. Is that 3 different messages? I don't know. Release. So release this notion of like sticking to one thing only. Release this notion of, you know, this problem, like if there's a party that thinks that this might not work out, you may need to change your direction or just really open your eye to what it is that you need to cultivate in order to make your wishes come true. I don't know. We'll go ahead with, I think it's time to pull some clarifying messages. So let's get some advice for Spirit. Why? Why are you calling pile 2? Oh, Ace of Wands. Oh my God. Okay. Why do we want pile number 2 to release? 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay. And I think earlier we saw the Empress in the back of the deck, right? Let's see. We have here 3 of Wands. Okay, wait a minute. This is the 3 of Wands. This is the 2 of Wands. But this is crazy because you have 1, 2, 3. Literally like progression. 3 cards in a row from the same suit. And then over here, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse. You know, I really did shuffle this deck. The 7 of Cups is coming up here on the end. So yeah, release you're really, I don't want to, it seems like the energy is kind of rigid, right? You think like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. It's very 1, 2, 3. It's more practicality based as opposed to you listening more to yourself and to your heart and to your intuition. The Ace of Wands, suit of Wands in general, this represents passion, can also represent our drive. The suit of Wands represents our passion, represents enthusiasm, our drive. It's also our expression, and it can also represent spirituality as a whole. And the suit of wands is actually the, you know, we had major arcana, we had the swords, we have pentacles, we have cups here. We didn't have wands, the suit of the wand. So in order for one to make progression, right, to really feel like you're making a difference, and you're making the right steps closer to what it is you're desiring, to ultimate abundance, to ultimate happiness too, I feel like you might have to release the path that you're currently on. If there's any doubt about what you're doing right now, that's already an indication that you probably need to go back to the drawing board, or you need to reassess and reevaluate what you're doing. And if it resonates, the Seven of Cups card does show, like, it means that we have so many options before us, and we might be choosing the wrong options, or we might not be choosing any correct options at all, or we might be choosing anything. I kind of think of like this energy here feels like you're going with the motions, you're doing what you think you have to do, but it's not really resonating with the Judgment card in reverse, the Eight of Swords here. So Spirit is telling you to release this plan or this path that you're currently on. Release the rigidity of it and look to see where your soul or where your heart may be calling you. Because I mean, Ace, 2, and 3, the Three of Wands is like, after you've put in the effort and the intentions, you see the ships. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's ships coming back. You're going to see the investment. You're going to begin to see the progress of your work. The Two of Wands here is the card of planning, also of setting intentions and looking to see how far you can really go, and feeling excited about it. There is a fork in the road here. So again, with the choices here, I feel like you're being called to reassess or take a look at which direction you should that might be helpful for you to head in. Four of Wands in reverse. When it's upright, it's celebrating, but it's just creating a foundation that truly resonates within you. And like, to get to this end goal here of the Ten of Pentacles, which is ultimate abundance, wealth, and the Nine of Cups, which is happiness, wish fulfillment. In order to get there, you might have to start making sure that your actions are resonating on a very deep level with you, and that, like, you know, you should desire each moment of the journey, not just the end. We'll go ahead and look at these oracle cards. So I haven't looked at these yet, but I did shuffle these. This was the deck that inspired the message of this reading. First we have Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. I love that because the Wands is about adventure, right? Like, these people are following their passion, following spirit, following their higher selves, and in order to get to complete a certain cycle. Closing the door, completion. Okay. And we also have Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Love this. So this is making me think like the start of the journey. I sense that either you're in the beginning of your journey, or you've been working for a while now and you're not really seeing the results that you want. And it could be because the path that you're taking is just not really true to your soul, not true within. I'm going to move this deck here. So preparations coming to fruition, and preparation can mean, I mean, not just like planning A, B, and C, but also understanding, like, why am I doing this? What is my intention? What is my goal? What do I want to experience? Not just then, but what do I want to experience now? We forget that we can have and feel happiness and fulfillment in the moment of our journey, right? It's not the destination, it's the journey. I believe that's how the saying goes. So with preparation, you might kind of have to reevaluate where you're starting, or go back to square one, or just look at your intentions. But Spirit of the River, moving towards adventure. This is advice. So if what you're doing doesn't feel fun, if it doesn't feel adventurous, again, reflecting and looking at options, what does feel adventurous to you? And then completion. This is number 5, and you also have 5 here. I mean, 50 reduces to 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. So a change. 5 is change. You're being called to change something. I mean, obviously, right, with the reading, we want to know what's released in order to make room for something. If you want to make room for wealth, abundance, success, happiness, you have to change. I think this wheel in reverse is also saying that whatever path you're on right now is probably not the right one. This paired with the judgment in reverse, the right path is going to feel adventurous. The fact that, you know, all these cards that came down here are all wands. It's a very powerful message. Spirit wants you to really follow your heart's desires and have fun on this journey. It's going to work out perfectly if you follow what your heart wants. You know, what we desire for a reason, and you know, we kind of do ourselves a disservice to that. This 8 of Swords, I did mention, it kind of makes me feel like you neglect your desires, or you're not really listening to yourself when it comes to what you want. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and get some clarifying messages here from Spirit. What else does Spirit want pile 2 to be aware of as they make this change or release? Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Yes. If you're working really hard and just trying to focus, for one, if you're trying to get to the end as quickly as possible, I think that could be an indication that you're not, you know, like your journey is not resonating with you. Like the current path, the current steps you're taking, instead of wanting to experience it, you just want to get to the end. And imagination, it was in reverse, so maybe a lack of imagination. I think earlier I did mention the whole, you know, not being too rigid, thinking like I gotta follow A, B, and C, instead of thinking I need to follow what I want. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Creativity, welcoming in creativity or striving for creativity. Acceptance. Striving for creativity is something that, you know, can invoke a lot of passion within us too and make things fun. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So if there are things that, you know, if things are not going the way you might want them to, it's okay to accept that the work you put in hasn't, you know, like there's not much coming from it. Sometimes it, you know, you don't want to think like, oh, I got to go back to square one. I just wasted a bunch of my time. Not at all. You've still learned lots of things up until this moment. And Spirit wants you to go towards your heart's desires and your wishes. And hopefully this reading here somehow just brings clarity that you need, because we're always learning. This path is just a continuous flow, and again, it should be enjoyable though. You shouldn't feel empty with what you're doing, because what you wants you, and what's meant for you is gonna find you if you go down the right way. Receptivity. I'm kind of hearing from Spirit, like, I hope you received this message well. You know, it's okay to change course. It's okay to do something different. Can we get any other oh, and here, emotion. Yeah, emotion. Let's put that here. With emotion, on the back of the deck, we have truth. This really makes me think about the judgment card here. Follow your truth. Listen to how you feel. If you're feeling angry or sad or empty or upset, pay attention to those things, right? It's an indication of an area of your life that you might need to let go of, or that you might need to fix or change. And then with the receptivity, listen to the signs, not just from within you, but also outside of you. You might be someone who likes to follow rules and regulations, or, you know, you believe firmly in the logic of the order of things, but sometimes we just have to follow our passion and see where our path may take us. And if anything, following your passion just might prove to be a little more fun. You might see yourself being lucky, believing in yourself more, and all that stuff. So pile number 2, this is the message that I saw for you today. I'd like to thank our guides for letting us channel these messages. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Thank you guys, and good luck. Welcome and hello to everyone that chose pile number 3. Here's your amethyst crystals tower, and Sorry. And we have some oracle cards here. These are from the deck that inspired today's reading. We'll look at those in a minute. But first, we'll go ahead and ask Spirit what it is that you need to release and why. Looking for some guidance. What's something that you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore? Anything that's causing you distress, discomfort, or just not really helping your growth? We'll go ahead and channel some messages now. Let's see, what does pile number 3 need to release? Can I get some guidance, please? Page of Wands in reverse. I love the images of this deck. 9 of Swords, okay. And let's see what else does pile 3 need to release. Justice. All right. And let's see. What would they be making room for? The Emperor. Queen of Swords in reverse. Why? King of Pentacles. Okay. And 5 of Wands. All right. Back of the deck we have 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Underneath that, 2 of Swords. Let's see. So pile number 3. With the Page of Wands here in reverse, the Suit of Wands is passion, enthusiasm, our drive, sometimes our spirituality. The Page is someone who is willing to learn. They're young, naive, but they're also excited, full of life, very enthusiastic about their journey or where they're headed or what it is that they want. So with that in reverse, along with the 9 of Swords, I want to say you almost deny yourself maybe of pleasures. You deny yourself of what it is that you want. The Justice card here, you may have very firm beliefs that you don't believe in what you desire, or you think that what you want, like there's just no way for some reason for you to obtain it or to have it. It's almost like, you know, why desire things? The 9 of Swords really is like, to me, it can represent a blockage, something that we really have to overcome. 9 of Swords is known to be the card of anxiety, sometimes nightmares, despair, just like you think all is lost, kind of like a negative, very negative type of headspace that you might be in. And although this 9 of Swords, the image here is not as menacing as some other decks, so for me it's saying that you kind of just like you accept that things will just for some reason not work out, and Spirit is asking you to release this, like to not go about life thinking this way, right? You're encouraged to have desires. You're encouraged to go for what you want. You're encouraged to explore the desires that are within you. And with the Emperor here, the Queen of Swords in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, this makes me think you might have a lack of confidence. You also have a lack of maybe discipline. You don't, like, again, you don't feel the need to work hard or dream or go after what you want. However, by releasing this kind of you know, sad belief, you will actually propel yourself forward in a way that you would not have imagined. It'll be fun, it'll be full of different things, but in a good way. Things that help you discover yourself, discover what you like. And it could be that, right? Like maybe you've just never felt a desire within and you thought like, all right, that means I don't have a purpose or something. However, with the Emperor here, the Emperor knows that he can work very hard. This is a masculine energy that is disciplined because they know that what they want or what they desire is something that's meant for them, and they will work hard to get it because for one, it's fulfilling, 2, it's meaningful, it's purposeful, and the Emperor is about, you know, moving forward in your journey, right? You have a dream and then you go for it. And the Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, these are energies, the the queen and kings and the swords, or I'm sorry, the king and queens in the suits are very confident people, people that know where their strengths lie, where their limitations lie, but they also know how to just make sure everything works very well together. They live fulfilling lives. They live in their truth. And I definitely sense, I don't know if it's boredom, but there's just a feeling of, like, why bother? Why try? And you get in life, you get out of life what you put into it. So if you're putting in these like messages of there's no point, there's no use, then you may struggle to find purpose in your life. However, Spirit wants you to know that you're worthy and able to have a life full of adventure and curiosities and fun. But in order to have a direction, you need to allow yourself to know that it's like that you deserve a direction, that there is something out there for you that you can pursue, right? I don't know why maybe you think you don't have any talents, but if you don't try different things, you won't learn. For one, you won't learn your talents, but you also won't learn, again, what you want. You won't learn what you like or what you don't like. And that's part of the fun. Life is meant to be fun. You know, what are the odds that we're here right now listening or doing a tarot reading together? What are the odds that we happen to be born, right? They talk about all the number of sperms, and the odds of you being here are very, very significant. You're extremely unique. I mean, the chances of you being alive in this whole entire universe right here, right now, is pretty rare. And that should be enough to know that you deserve to do something or to pursue something, or to really try. So let's go ahead and get some more clarifying messages. Why does Spirit want you to release this kind of melancholy idea that you have about your life or your purpose? Why do you want pile 3 to release this? Also, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, there might be a message in there for you too. 6 of Pentacles, okay. Yeah, definitely if you're drawn to pile 1. Why? Knight of Wands, okay. Why should pile 3 release this outlook they have on their life? And 8 of Cups. For one, it's going to give you movement, right? With the 8 of Cups, it is coming up in reverse. Oh, Queen of Cups is here too. Yeah, you are a very, very beautiful soul, very unique person. I don't know if you don't believe this or you don't know this or you don't hear it enough, but you're someone that feels like a lot of people turn to you. A lot of people want to get to know you. They admire your qualities. They think, wow, that person is so capable of a lot of things. There's this saying, right? It says like, while you are doubting I don't remember how it goes, but the second half of the statement is, other people are intimidated by your potential, right? And that, I feel like that kind of applies to you. Like, you don't even see how great or how capable you are. With this 5 of Wands here, this is conflict. I like to think of it as internal conflict with yourself. You are really holding yourself back and really stopping yourself from experiencing a fulfilling life by believing that, for some reason, you just think that there's nothing extraordinary that you're meant to do. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and 8 of Cups. You have a fighting spirit, I feel like. I don't know if you've been through things where you just really had to stand your ground. You're a very tough person. I admire tough people. But 6 of Pentacles, it's about giving and receiving. It's about knowing you have something to offer and understanding that you have something to also, like, you are able to receive in return. And that's why when you kind of stick to yourself or when you create a lonely life, it feels unfulfilling because you're not doing the whole give and take with others in a healthy way, right? The 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups, you might be someone who's very defensive. Again, if you're stubborn and sticking to these negative beliefs. But with the 8 of Cups showing up in reverse, 8 of Cups is about moving away from things that no longer serve us and moving towards what we emotionally desire. And again, if you don't know what it is that you desire, that's why Spirit is asking you to let go of this belief that, there's no purpose or no greater feeling that you're meant to go after. I mean, this image here, you can see they're singing, raining, dropping coins onto this plant here, and it's starting to bloom. So it's like if you start to give yourself more or just put more efforts into something, try something new, right? Go take a dance class, go do a painting class, go on a road trip, but just try something out of the norm. Try something that you wouldn't normally do, and you might be surprised by what inspirations or thoughts come after that. But you're being told to nurture yourself in the aspect of nurturing, like letting yourself know it's okay to live fully in this life. Let's go ahead and look at these oracle cards that we have for you here. We have Watchers, transpersonal, stranger, curiosity, yeah, and then Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Okay, I really like this curiosity here, where I feel like it's spirit giving you permission to, again, go after things. This paired with the Watchers, this transpersonal, explore things, watch some documentaries, watch more YouTube videos. Well, actually, I believe more so in like physical present experiences, such as taking a walk somewhere new, going to, even if it's going to like a new bookstore or a restaurant you've never tried. But you're being called to move away from this energy where you just stay still and you don't do much, and move forward with exploring different things. I mean, this Fortune's wheel here says that you're meant for attracting a lot of great things, abundance, fulfillment. You have a lot of good things waiting for you to experience. And it won't happen unless you allow yourself to just kind of live life more, if that makes sense. We'll go ahead and post the messages from this deck here. Let me shuffle. Spirit, what's something you want pile 3 to be aware of? Can we get some messages? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yes. With this Watchers, I'm kind of thinking of someone who, like, you know, like I said, you stay still, or you stay within a specific lane or a certain boundary because you believe that's the, I don't know, whether you think there's no point, or you don't think you're worthy of something great, but maybe you've lived a boring life until now. Wow, imagination. Did I say see pile 1? I really think there's a strong message for you in pile 1. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is, again, not being afraid to try new things, to pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But again, you're being called here to, for one, make a change, step in a new direction, try something different. You might surprise yourself with what you discover, with what you like. And imagination, like, life is meant to be kind of, I don't want to say whatever, but life is meant to be fun. It's meant to be different. It's meant to, we're meant to experience all different kinds of things. So tap into your curiosity. Try to look for what, like, you know, wow, wouldn't it be great to have like a guitar? Wouldn't it be great to be able to, I don't know, like say I hike to the top of this mountain or something. Anything really. But you're just being encouraged to try things and see what you take away from that. Let's go ahead and get some more clarifying messages. Pile number 3. Spirit, what do you want to tell pile number 3? Forgive. Yeah. Oh, that's such a pretty card. Forgive. And then, what do you want pile number 3 to know? Belong. Wow. You belong here. You know, now that we're kind of getting deeper emotion, yes, now that we're, again, if you felt drawn to another pile, there might be a message for you there. But I think I mentioned that you're a defensive person. Maybe 5 of Wands, Knight of Wands here. You might hide your emotions, or you might be afraid to feel things, especially like you might be afraid to feel how you feel, if that makes sense. There's a message here, belong. You're meant to be in this lifetime, right? The odds of us being alive are kind of spectacular. you're meant to be in this lifetime, and you're also meant to just like feel and do things and try things out and forgive. I don't know if there's something within yourself. Maybe you need to forgive yourself for being so tough on yourself, or maybe you think, oh, I've been this way all my life, there's no point in changing. But you can forgive that thought. It's never too late to do anything. It's never too late to try anything. But Spirit just really wants you to live and experience the pleasurable desires that you may not know exist out there, or the pleasurable experiences. And, you know, I think you have these beautiful experiences that are waiting for you. You just have to allow yourself to think like, what if, or in a good way, right? Like to think, oh, what's it like to do this? What if I enjoy this? So yes, pile number 3, that's what I'm seeing here today. I'd like to thank our guides for letting us channel these messages. Thanks for letting me do this reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you at the next one. Thanks, guys.